Something just so simple all of a sudden becomes significant. And to me, as an artist, that's our job. It's not just to repeat the same lines over and over and over again. And I feel like right now there's so many great worship songs being written and so many great artists talking about that. I feel like maybe I have something, a little different angle and a different way of sharing my story, and hopefully that connects.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Soul2Soul. I'm Mike Becht, and thanks for tuning in. This week, I'm pleased to bring you my conversation with a very talented artist from Canada. His name is Matt Brouwer, and he's just released his fourth project called Till the Sunrise, an album produced by legendary producer Michael Hyperion. We'll hear cuts from the project and get to know more about Matt as well when Soul2Soul gets underway right after this.
Hi, this is Chris Rice, and you're listening to Soul2Soul.
Mike Becht here. This is Soul2Soul. Thanks for tuning in again this week. One of the great things about Soul2Soul is that I have a chance to sit down and get to know so many gifted and talented people, and my guest this week is no exception. His name is Matt Brouwer, and he's one of a new crop of talented young artists who are making some incredible music and redefining Christian music in the process. Produced by Michael Hyperion, his new CD, Till the Sunrise, is a follow-up to his 2010 Juno Award-winning Where's the Revolution, and showcases Matt's refined writing skills and engaging vocals. I sat down with Matt recently and began our time together by going back to the beginning to learn more about this talented young man.
Let me start at the beginning, Matt. It's the first chance I've had to sit down with you and to get to know you, and I'm sure it'll be the first for many in our audience, although you've been around for a while and you've had an album out a couple years ago, which was very well received, had some big songs on it. But for our listeners who may not have heard your music or heard of you, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where'd you come from? What's your background? And just kind of bring us up to speed. You have, 2 minutes to give us 20 years.
Well, thanks for having me on the show today. And I grew up in Nova Scotia, Canada, so I'm a Canadian. My dad is a Dutch farmer, and my mom was a sort of Mennonite school teacher. That was her background. It was just a really great place to grow up, real simple, and grew up on a dairy farm. And I really fell in love with music, like right from the beginning, from the time I was a little kid. And probably the biggest sort of defining thing for me, and that's really defined my music career too, was an event that happened when I was 3 years old. My dad was killed in a car accident, and that, obviously changed the dynamic of my family incredibly. And what happened was my mom's faith just exploded during that time, and it was that was what I grew up with, is seeing her trusting the Lord for really everything. To provide for our needs, to be her strength. I grew up with that sort of a foundation.
Breaking the skyline comes a new day, chasing the cold in my bones away. Take my hand, are you going my way? It's gonna take all of your heart. This morning I woke up and just started walking, left it all behind to believe in something. Can't see where I've been, only where I'm going. It's gonna take all of my heart. Singing. I know that we can be together one. It's not too late for us to start again. Do you confuse coincidence and fate? Are you at the wheel? Are you in the wake? Is there ransom paid for saving grace? Can you say with all your heart that love is waiting here for you to choose? Will you leave behind all that you've been through? So much more to gain than you stand to lose. Can you say with all your heart? Singing. and the cold in my bones away. Take my hand, now you're going my way. It's gonna take all of our heart. Yeah.
You kind of turned it all around in 2010 with Where's Our Revolution, because you had great success, you had radio success, and you won a Juno Award. That's a big deal. And maybe down here in the States, we may not go, what's Juno? Isn't that the capital of Alaska? No,
Right.
no, this is a different Juno.
Yeah.
Tell us about that experience, because being Canadian, that's
Yeah.
like winning a Grammy, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And there is really only one category for Christian music. And so they lump everything into that one category. I mean, I was up, the other nominees were like 1,000 Foot Crutch, which is like a really heavy, music. They're totally different than me. And Steve Bell, who's kind of a James Taylor legend guy up in Canada. But it was an incredible experience, and my very first album had been nominated, and I didn't get to go because it was in Newfoundland, which is way out there. There's icebergs. It's just crazy. And so the next year I get nominated, which is like several years later. It's back there in Newfoundland again. So we went, and everything just felt so like. It was just so encouraging, and it was one of these things that just gives you that shot in the arm to continue doing it. And so it was pretty incredible, yeah. When they called my name for it, it was just one of those things that was just completely catches you off guard. And so it was very encouraging.
Oh, will you come and find me? I'm all alone in an army of restless souls. Nobody knows. It might be hard to decipher a cry for help from a life you're bound to see. It's headed so easy. What do you say when you know you're wrong, and all you believed and you built your life upon is falling apart? All alone in the dark, peace like a river is surrounding me, when my whole world is a raging sea. Only your light is what my soul has found, lost on the ocean. Washed away by desire, I search for you through the fire, when all my dreams are vanishing. Wide awake, the illusion of discontent, only proving that I can't seem to make sense of anything. What do you do when you can't hold on, and all you believed and you built your life upon is falling apart? All alone in the dark, peace like a river is surrounding me, when my whole world is a raging sea. Only your light is what my soul has found, lost on the ocean.
Matt, what I did with your projects, what I usually do with virtually everything I listen to before I do an interview, is I just experience the music. I don't read the bio. I try not to know any background if I can, especially if it's an artist I'm not as familiar with, and just let the music try to communicate and see if I can get it.
Sure.
And then go back and read the press releases and read the bios and read the liner notes and the lyrics and then paint a picture that way. But I got to tell you, I was so engaged from the very first song because you go with the whole life experience. A lot of Christian artists, when they sing Christian music, it's all about the Lord, and believe me, there's a place for that.
Sure.
But your Christian music is infused with that worldview, but it doesn't deny that you have things that are going on in your life that are here and now, like your marriage, your relationship.
Yeah.
The first song on the project, which is Till the Sunrise, the word baby was like in the first line of the song, and I'm like, it makes you sit up and go, okay, what's going on here? This is very interesting. How is that? Is that difficult, or has that come natural to you to take your whole life and put it into music?
It's the most natural thing for me because I can't get inspired for some reason unless it's something really pertinent with where I'm at in life. And so, sometimes when I first started writing Christian music, because I had been signed to a Christian label, I felt like, okay, I need to write songs. Every single song needs to really explain what I believe about everything, all in one song. And I don't know where it happened, but somewhere along the line, I started to realize you don't necessarily have to say every single thing that you believe in a 3-minute song. Like, over a project, you can share your faith in a deeper way. You can share how, like on that first song, my experience with this relationship that I had with my wife and how it had changed, and the excitement of it, this new love. And it really felt like a fresh start. It was like life was starting all over again, this new story that was being written because we were, starting out our lives together. I just wanted to be able to express that, and I thought, hopefully somebody can relate to it. And what I usually do when I'm writing is I just write as many songs as I possibly can, and then you sort of see what connects, and then have other people that put input into it. And if somebody gets it like right away, you just feel like, okay, that's what I'm trying to do here as a writer. And I'm not the singer guy who's like just trying to hit all the high notes, or that's just not me. It's more about the songs and about trying to communicate life and share life with an audience. And those are the kind of artists that I've always been drawn to, and the kind of music that's always impacted my heart and my life. And I just feel like if you can be as honest as possible about life and look at every topic you could possibly think of that we go through as human beings through a relationship of having your, with the Lord, of having your spiritual eyes opened, it's like everything's different. The smell of cut grass is the smell of cut grass, but there's something amazingly spiritual about it when the Holy Spirit opens your eyes and there's like, you realize, this part of the seasons and how the seasons has something to teach us about how God works in our life. And something just so simple all of a sudden becomes significant. And to me, as an artist, that's our job. It's not just to repeat the same lines over and over and over again. And I feel like right now there's so many great worship songs being written and so many great artists talking about that. I feel like maybe I have something, a little different angle and a different way of sharing my story, and hopefully that connects.
Hey, baby, don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes now. Hey, darling, look up at the stars tonight. Can you see everlasting light all around? And fears melt away when I hold you close to me. storms that might come our way, we can get through. And it's safe to say your love has changed everything. A new story, and we're at the beginning. Feels like we could fly away on a flying gravity. Yeah. I don't wanna spend another night alone. Now that this lonely restless feeling is gone, I wanna stay awake tonight till the sunrise. It's like the stars are shining for us and the moon is high with these promises forever. To the end of time, I wanna stay awake tonight till the sunrise. Oh, 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 I wanna stay awake tonight. Yeah, yeah. And we can count the stars tonight till the sunrise. Hey, baby, don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes now. I don't wanna spend another night alone. Now that this lonely restless feeling is gone, I wanna stay awake tonight till the sunrise. It's like the stars are shining for us and the moon is high with these promises forever. To the end of time, I wanna stay awake tonight till the sunrise. Oh, 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 I wanna stay awake tonight till the sunrise.
Till the Sunrise, the title track from the new project from Matt Brouwer. Coming up next, Matt talks about working with legendary producer Michael Hyperion, and he'll tell the story of the song he wrote that ended up surprising even himself. All that and more awaits just ahead when Soul to Soul continues with Matt Brouwer. Stay with us. Welcome back to Soul to Soul. I'm Mike Becht, and this week we're talking with Matt Brouwer. But before we continue, I'd like to invite you to follow Soul to Soul on Facebook and Twitter. Soul to Soul is fully connected in the world of social media, and we'd love for you to stay in touch with us. You can like Soul to Soul on Facebook at Soul to Soul Radio, or follow us on Twitter at Soul to Soul Radio. Well, right now, let's get back to my interview with Matt Brouwer.
You come from that pinnacle, and now you've got success to build on. And with success comes some level of expectation, even if it's only self-imposed. You want to go back and you want to explore new creative avenues, but you want to maintain a level that you've achieved in some respects with that recognition through the Juno Award.
Yeah.
And you're working with an incredible producer in Michael Hyperion. Tell me what it's like when you go back in the studio. You've got a fresh set of songs you're working with. You do have a little bit of a track record, and you're working with a legendary producer like Michael. What is that atmosphere like in the studio?
Well, working with Michael Hyperion it's a blast for me, and I've worked with other producers and they've all taught me something, but the experience of working with Michael and his team and the people that he has, surrounded himself with, Terry Christian, who's been his engineer for 25 plus years, it's such an encouraging atmosphere. Like, even though Michael's musicianship is like miles beyond my own, he will pick something that he like really digs or really likes about what you bring to the table, and he'll talk about it like it's like his favorite thing. And so it's really encouraging because you feel like just who you are and what you bring to the table is something that has some value, you know? And so right from the beginning, I just felt 100% comfortable. Even just the very first time I met Michael and sat down and played a couple songs on my acoustic guitar, normally that would be an experience where I would be dry throat, you know, sweating, you know, kind of shaky. But I just felt 100% comfortable. Just sat down and I just felt like, you know, that we had known each other for a long time, and he was just a support and a friend. And he has this way of creating an atmosphere that's really positive, and it just, everybody rises to a new level.
This turned out to be nothing but a losing streak. I cannot believe my hopes were up so high. Now I've come to see I'm like a blind man wandering, and I just want to get home. Love is patient, it doesn't mind, even if it has to wait a lifetime. And when you think you can't be saved, love can find a way. I tried everything, but everything came too easily. It didn't mean anything.
It didn't mean anything.
But I don't wanna be empty. I don't wanna be alone. I don't wanna be alone. Love is patient, it doesn't mind, even if it has to wait a lifetime. And when you think you can't be saved, love can find a way.
Love can find a way.
I'm ready to lose that I may find. I'm ready to live, so take my life. Oh, I'm ready to lose that I may find. I'm ready to live, so take my life. I give my life. Love is patient, it doesn't mind, even if it has to wait a lifetime. Love is patient, it doesn't mind, even if it has to wait a lifetime. And when you think you can't be saved, love can find a way. Oh, love can find a way. Oh,
Love can find a way.
love can find a way. Love can find a way.
Love can find a way.
Love can find a way.
Let me ask you about some other songs. I mean, I could spend 2 hours and go through every song and get into some great stuff. I wish I had that time, but there's a few songs that really jumped out at me. One of them, and I got the feeling there was a I don't want to say melancholy, but a pull, kind of an internal pull, and it came to me in this song. I want to say this right, outside, inside, and then I went back and read the story, and it really hit me. And then I listened to it again, and it was just even more powerful. You wrote that song with one purpose in mind, and discovered halfway through it was much bigger than what you'd set out to write, wasn't it?
Yeah. Initially sat down with a friend who I've written a lot with, and we just always kind of just sort of catch up, like, hey, what's going on in your life? What's going on in your life? What's going on in the world? And we try to find something to write a song about, because a lot of times, life is so crazy, you don't always come into a session with an idea, you just try to find one. And on the news last year had been all this, press and coverage about the Joplin, Missouri tornadoes and the incredible damage and loss of life. And it was just so impacting, and so, it was crazy what that town was going through. And so we thought, well, that seems like that's really on our minds right now. So let's, explore this and see what happens. And everything about this song started so uniquely. First of all, he came with this 2 notes that he's not a guitar player. He plays the bass guitar. He's not like he doesn't play the acoustic guitar much. And he was just like, what do you think of this? And he just kept playing these 2 notes over and over and over again. And I was like, what do you mean, what do I think of that? Like, what key are we even in? I don't know what I think about that, but I'm just not understanding where you're going with this. So I was trying to understand musically what he was talking about. And we started talking about what would it be like if you were that person that just lost everything, including someone that you loved, and probably most, terribly, that situation. And what might the aftermath be like immediately? And so we kind of wrote the song like that, like your whole world's turned upside down in a tragedy. And, we got a little ways and had kind of a couple lines that we were happy with, and, a little bit of, I was trying to figure out this 2-note thing that he was doing and adding, finally some more chords, and kind of left it, and, just decided we would come back to it later. Well, I worked on it a little bit on my own, and was trying to write a chorus and trying to figure out where that was going to go. And all of a sudden, in thinking about this, I realized, yes, we were writing this about a current event, this tragedy in Joplin, but this tragedy story was really my mom's story as well. It was, all of a sudden, I just got it, and it just flipped on me, and I was like, I have to write this song from her perspective, because, my dad being killed in a car accident and her whole world flipping upside down, and what must that have felt like? And so it just opened up it just took me absolutely off guard, and I just finished the song, and it just made so much sense to be able to try to imagine that and to sing it from her perspective. It gave me an immediate and personal connection to it, and it made it really one of my favorite tracks on the whole record.
Hold me, clouds are reaching for the ground now. Outside, heart is racing from the inside. Is everything as it should be? Searching through the wreckage, finding headlights pointing to the inside. When outside the walls are closing in on me, I lie awake and yet I'm dreaming of you, pulling me through the night. sun is gone, it's scared, it's hiding. No more shadows, we're all colliding. Is everything as it should be? I lie awake and yet I am dreaming of you, pulling me through the night. I close my eyes and now I'm facing the truth, holding on to the memory of what could be. Hold me. Clouds are reaching for the ground now. Is everything as it should be?
Matt Brouwer and Outside Inside from his new album, Till the Sunrise, available online and in stores everywhere. Still to come, Matt tells us about the fictional town of Thornside, and we'll also hear some more great music from the new project. Stick around. Soul to Soul will be right back with Matt Brouwer in just a moment.
Hi, this is Matt Brouwer, and you're listening to Soul to Soul.
I'm Mike Beck, and you're listening to Soul to Soul and my conversation with Matt Brouwer. Let's get right back to it.
There's another song on the new project, Till the Sunrise, which I love the first line of the song. It's hard to keep a secret in a one-horse town. You had me at hello.
Nice.
Tell me, it was a great song, but it took me a few minutes to really get where you're going with that. But
Sure.
That's a song, I guess, about people and getting trapped in a nowhere place and thinking there's no way out. Is that the message of that song?
Yeah, definitely. I think that song to me has many different sort of applications. I wrote that with a friend of mine over Skype. I've always wanted to write with this guy since I met him a few years back. He's a really cool singer-songwriter from Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada. And it was just difficult for us to get in the same room at the same time. So I said to him, you ever try writing on Skype? Like, I don't know if that's even possible. So we were just talking about doing something really, really different for me. And so we started doing this more rootsy, almost country kind of thing at the beginning, a little bluesy. And that's not the direction of music that I normally gravitate towards. So we thought, it'd be kind of fun to write a little bit more of a Western song here. So as we were having this conversation, I think it was his idea, creating this town called Thornside, almost bouncing off of the idea of the Apostle Paul talking about the thorn in his flesh, and the thing that sometimes is the most difficult, if we embrace, can be what we're supposed to learn something from that. Or sometimes you get so comfortable with it that you accept it, and really you need to be set free. And so there's a whole bunch of different ways of looking at this, but we created this fictional town called Thornside, and it's all about the first person of this person trying to get out of this place that is it's holding them back, and this longing for freedom. And when we recorded it, I felt like it needed to go somewhere besides just being like a kind of a rootsy, kind of funky, country song. And so it ends up in this gospel world with this great sort of gospel choir singing this Set Me Free. And man, that was a dream come true for me in the studio, just to be able to sing with people of that caliber, and just, having that sort of a style. I'm certainly by no means a gospel singer, but I got to pretend, and it was a lot of fun having that influence in that track.
Well, it's hard to keep a secret in a one-horse town. You can build your house of cards, but they'll burn it to the ground. Oh, I've been stuck in Thornside all my life. I was making my escape when a standoff at sundown, and an itchy trigger finger left me haunted by the sound. I got it from a boy, but I wear it like a badge. I've been waiting for a break in the clouds. I've been searching for a face in the crowd. I've been waiting for this thorn in my side to set me free. Preacher said, now son, it's time you've got to lay that burden down, 'cause the well without the water's just a hole in the ground. The ghosts you feared your whole life are gone without a trace. What you're running from in Thornside might be your saving grace. I've been waiting for a break in the clouds. I've been searching for a face in the crowd. I've been waiting for this thorn in my side to set me free. Set me free, come on, rescue me. Set me free when the waters are rising. Set me free, come on, rescue me. Set me free, 'cause the waters are rising. I've been waiting for a break in the clouds. I've been searching for a face in the crowd. I've been waiting for this thorn in my side to set me free. Set me free, come on, rescue me. Set me free when the waters are rising. Set me free, come on, rescue me. Set me free, 'cause the waters are
Every once in a while, I'll get surprised. I think I know where something's going, and then all of a sudden, it hits me that I was completely wrong. And I thought for sure that this song, "Someone Else's Arms," was some sort of breakup song or relationship song, and then about halfway through I realized it's a metaphor. Well, when it hit me, it was like, oh my gosh, what a powerful song. Tell me about writing a song like that.
Well, it kind of struck me as interesting because the whole album's really a celebration of this new relation, like my marriage, and it's new, and it's where I'm in the honeymoon phase still. It's only been a year and a half since I got married, as we're sitting here right now, and so it's like to write a breakup song's weird, right? It seems kind of, but I thought maybe it would make people think, and the song really is right from Hosea. It's basically the idea of how we break God's heart, and this metaphor of unfaithfulness is really how God has described to us how it feels like, or what it's like when, in this case, the nation of Israel, but us as his children, turn away and run after other things to satisfy us or to be our love, and so this beautiful sentiment of like, this is God's heart saying, even though you've done this horrible thing, and I have every right to turn away from you and to shun you, morally the right is there, but here's the Father, saying to us time and time again, also as sort of a prodigal son story, but this way in a love story, saying, come back. Like my love is so big that I'm willing to take you even in your unfaithfulness and to take you back. And I can't even imagine that, it's a crazy thought. But to me, that love of saying, my love, my arms are open wide waiting for you. And so it was one of a special moments for me too, is when that song finally came together, because it was a little bit of effort trying to make sense of how to say that. But the book of Hosea, I would challenge any of the listeners to read that book and to really dig into the meaning behind it, because it really does show the love of God in such an amazing way. And it's almost hard to get your mind around it. In our human terms, it's hard for us to comprehend that kind of love.
My heart has waited for you with open arms. But you've been gone so long that you don't remember your way back home. Someone else's arms keep you warm tonight, and someone else's song for your lullaby behind the setting sun. Well, I'm still the one who calls your name. Lost your horizon, you lost your desire to return as you drifted away. My love is a beacon and hope is a song to remind you, let it find you. Love, your restless heart won't let you down easy. When someone else's arms keep you warm at night, when someone else's song is your lullaby. Love, my heart is waiting for you with open arms. And love, my heart is waiting for you.
Someone Else's Arms, from the album Till the Sunrise from Matt Brouwer, available online and in stores just about everywhere. Stay right where you are, because Matt will have the final word when Soul to Soul returns right after this.
How can people stay in touch with what you're going to do, or when you're going to be in the area doing a concert? The requisite website and so forth?
Absolutely. Well, it's real easy. It's mattbrouwer.com. I guess my spelling of my name is not easy, but it's Matt, MattBrouwer.com. And of course, the myriad of social media I am connected to and plugged in, so you can definitely add me as a friend on Facebook or Twitter, and it's pretty easy to find me there. But the website's a great place to just kind of a hub for all ways to stay connected.
And sleep won't
Soul to Soul is a presentation of Encourager International Ministries. Soul to Soul is produced for Music Square West by Audiocom. Executive producer Mike Beck. Soul to Soul is produced by Troy Smith and Ryan Dietrich. I'm your host, Mike Beck. Soul to Soul reminds you that Jesus Christ is Lord.
Been a drifter, walking down the same old road for so long now. And it feels so strange to want to stay in the same place and not look for the way out. But where you are is where I want to be. You made my world fall apart so easily. I wish you were here to help my world make sense and to break down my defenses the way that only you can know. 'Cause love has made the whole thing new, and I am not complete without you. I just gotta have you near. I wish you were here. Well, I've got a high-rise view. Oh, but I just sit and stare. 'Cause these city lights tonight, oh, they just can't compare to subtle words we speak. When I hold you close to me, I wish you were here to help my world make sense and to break down my defenses the way that only you can know. 'Cause love has made the whole thing new, and I am not complete without you. I just gotta have you near. I wish you were here. And now I realize love has made me see the world with open eyes. And when you look at me, you make my heart believe this isn't meant to be, meant to be. I wish you were here. I wish you were here.